Hey, happy Monday. We are here again.
13, man.
Oh, moly. Yeah, man.
Death.
13. Death.
The death
Oh,
card, yes.
yes. The death card. Here we go.
I
I
say
have,
that all somber. It's all good,
yes.
man. The death
Yep.
card is cool. Wow, yeah, that looks good in your lighting. I gotta get a better camera. We're working on that.
Awesome. Awesome.
So, what a crazy journey this fool's journey has become for me, man. I mean, like
Yeah.
every single week, it's been card after card. I get the craziest real stuff happening in my life that like illustrates I'm living this card. Oh my God.
You're
It
living.
was with no small amount of trepidation that we sailed into the death card this
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
Totally. Totally. I had an interesting week myself. I actually saw Jesse. Jesse is in town. You know Jesse Blaze
Of
from the
course.
live
Yeah. How's
stream.
he doing?
He's doing good. He came
I'd
into
like to
town.
have him on here, actually.
Yeah, yeah. He said he would come. He said he would come on. He came into town. He's here till I think December 20th or something,
Okay.
visiting, and hanging with his kids. But I was excited because I finally got my comic book, King of Kings, which is he didn't draw it. He wrote the story. He had some of his comic book artist friends do the drawings, but it's the story of all of the different kinds of gods, like the Norse gods and the Indian gods, Buddha, and all of these different gods represented as rock bands in Battle of the Bands. To
That's
become
insane. What a
to be
crazy
to
concept. That's
become the
great.
ultimate, to become the ultimate god for that century or whatever it is. So I was happy to see him, and then also I was excited to kind of get back behind the camera again and start doing some of my own photography, the projector project and human dollar stuff, and I actually shot. I shot with my girlfriend, and we were doing. I found some cool, kind of like sacred geometry ish images, and I was having her do some kind of like standard poses, and I shot this image, um, which I thought was pretty cool, and I was really happy with the way this came out. But you know what I do with the human dollars, and so I took that image and I created this image. Hold on a second, I don't know why that is showing up that way. There we go. Um, and that is the human dollar action that I created. So I don't just use zoom. It took a while to zoom in there. Hold on a second. There we go. Um, I don't just have like a kaleidoscope filter. I created an action where it actually duplicates the layer, rotates it 45 degrees, and does all of these things to create the image. And I thought it was interesting how it almost created its own sacred geometry,
Yeah.
by doing that. I thought that was cool. And then I added some motion to it. Whoop, your phone fell down, it looks like.
Yes, it did. Yes.
I added some motion to it, and then I duplicated it again one more time, and it became this incredible pattern. I know I'm going to wait till you come back to see it.
No, I can. I'm looking at it right now, even as we speak.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it
great.
became really almost looks like a tapestry image, like a pattern that you would see on a tapestry or something. It's like a tie dye or something. Not a tie dye, but it's a cool. It's a
I
just.
got deeply into doing kaleidoscopes
Wow.
for a long time. As a matter of fact, that was the origination of the very first time I did the mirror thing,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that was sort of a setting in that particular thing I was using, and I hit on that and went, "Oh my God, that's amazing."
yeah. It's amazing. It just brings so much uh, other imagery into it. Like kind of appears. Looks like your phone went back on. So
Yeah, I'm up. I just
so
need
uh,
to get it adjusted here a little
that's
bit.
fine. Jilly's out there. She says she loves your necklace.
Oh,
Uh,
Jilly's awesome, man. She's doing so good. I just
she's
can't even.
amazing.
I
Yeah,
can't even begin to tell you.
she's
Like
amazing.
she really has latched on, seen seeing the value in it and is really
Yeah,
progressing with her energy work, and
yeah.
it's really cool. Yeah, and she
She said
joined the Goddess Gathering.
she said, "Oh, that's awesome." She said, I could print that onto fabric." That's a that's interesting because I kind of see this as a very oh, you're not looking you guys aren't looking at it. It's still up on my screen. I kind of see this as a very almost like dashiki kind of colors. Like I see it as these
Yeah, yeah,
African kind of. I could see it as on a black shirt
kind of Indian as
in these
well.
colors. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Really, really kind of cool. So anyway, I don't mean to take up too much time with that, but I was just excited to get back behind the camera again and start creating some things and channeling while I create and picking the images by letting them speak to me and say, "Oh, this one is me, pick me." So
Yeah.
so anyway, and then I told you I was going to tell you about the card I pulled for myself. So right before the show, I pulled this card, and this is the queen,
Princess, yeah,
queen of
Queen,
Cups.
Queen of Cups, yes.
And I kind of did my own reading and interpretation of it. I looked up the meaning and tried to figure out how that applies to me and my current situation. And
What was the nature of the question?
I
I
don't
mean, it's kind of hard to like. I mean, that card could mean a million
the
things depending on what the.
question is usually the question is usually um what's next, you know what I mean, like that's usually the question. I'm not specific. Maybe I should be more specific with the question.
It's helpful.
Maybe that's a part of
There's a lot of things that are next. Think about it.
sure, and maybe that's a part of the discussion that we were having earlier. Maybe I'm not being specific enough. Maybe I'm putting too much trust in the
Well,
universe,
the thing with the tarot is it gives you as it's not going to read your mind as to what you really want. It's going to answer what you actually ask. So if what you're asking is what's next, it's going to pick the top thing that's actually coming up for you and blurt
Right.
that out. That might have represented some woman that you were going to run into in the lobby of the office building that you were going to talk to, and maybe that was just it. But that was what was next.
Right.
So if you're asking about what's next in a specific situation, go there. Or if you want, I often do just a card for the day, like
that's
give
kind of
me
that's
give me
kind of
the
it
theme for
that's
the
kind of it
day.
yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, that's where am I at, and what's next. I know it's kind of vague, but to me the answer wasn't so much specifically like a woman was coming into my life as much
Well,
as a
that was just
relationship.
a quick.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just that. It could have been as simple as that. Was my point.
Right,
It
but I
wasn't
think
that was actually going to happen.
right, but I think like we were talking about earlier, I think I'm at a point in my life where my understanding of intention is at a point where I try to apply that to my life, and try to. I feel like I'm the captain of the ship. You know what I mean? Whereas earlier in life, when I was younger, I may not have felt that way. I felt like life is just going to take me where it's going to take me, and I started to realize that I can drive the boat. You know what I mean? A little bit, and go where I want to go. So,
Are you going where you want to go?
well,
Or are you
that's
still in the harbor?
no, I don't feel like I'm still in the harbor. I feel like I've certainly journeyed out, you know what I mean, and taken some trips, and gone back to the harbor, you know what I mean, and you know whatever it is you do when you go back to the harbor, revitalize yourself. Um, but I do feel like I'm on a journey, and it has been very specific, and anybody who's watched the live stream of consciousness actually saw it happen with the job that I was at, to where I went full time at the studio that I'm at, and now I'm kind of realizing, okay, maybe there's something else besides the studio, which I love to death. I love the studio, but you know I I'm starting to see, okay, I need to drive the ship. You know what I mean? And working for
Well,
this.
the whole thing with the death card
Yeah.
is that the ruling, the sign for this is Scorpio, dude, which is
Mhm.
you all over the
Yeah.
place. And, this card doesn't really represent it. It represents endings, but it really represents transformation,
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Scorpio has kind of, it's one of those signs that has like three different forms to it, right? It
Hmm.
has the scorpion, which is like all the base kind of like emotions and jealousy, and like jealousy and anger drive a lot of what you guys are about, man.
Hmm.
And that base emotional area is like where you start in. So then your next progression, like it's the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's those three levels of like you're kind of in that area where you're like leaving all of that other crap behind, and you're getting into this place where you realize that like there's so much more, and there's more that's calling you, but you don't know where it is. And you're looking around all over everywhere, and you're like, waiting for somebody to like say something that sparks it. And there have been a number of those, like the Lori Ladd thing, but a few of those that have kind of lit. I've seen it light some stuff up for you, which is
Yeah.
really
Well, yeah,
cool. But
for sure. For
it's
sure.
the continued transformation, man. You're always going to be like
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
mode. I think. I
Yeah.
don't think that lust or that wanderlust is ever going to leave, man. I think that's part of your nature.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. I agree. I agree. And I have a meeting set up this week that I think is going to be kind of significant. I'm hoping that it is. You know what I mean? It's certainly, it feels right. It feels like I'm driving. It feels like I'm taking on meetings and doing things with intention and through manifestation. So that's good. You know what I mean? It doesn't always feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Sometimes it
Change
feels,
never does, dude.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Even
So
when it's good change, that usually isn't comfortable. Comfort's what you know.
yeah, yeah,
Comfort's
absolutely.
where you're not
I'm looking
challenged at all, and you're just in
I'm
like
looking for a comfortable way to get out of my comfort zone.
not death. The other thing
So
about the planet that rules this card is Mars, which what an intense combo, man. Well, and that explains the anger aspect of that jealousy and the anger thing.
and I don't feel like that really applies to me so much. I especially, I mean, maybe when I was younger, but not.
Well, you can't just that. Here's something super important. I think Scorpio for you, Aquarius for me. That's our sun signs. That's kind of like on a telescope. That's kind of like the wide focus. All right. Well, there's Jupiter right there. But it's still
Right.
fuzzy. So the ascendant, where your ascendant is when you're born, I think, is more telling about the kind of way you act every day,
Right.
how your actions are going to be in the day-to-day life. Your sun sign is kind of like your overall broad view of your whole life, and this is kind of the overall issues for that. But I think when it comes down to your ascendant, that those are the things that are the details of everyday existence. And
Right.
yeah. So do you know what your ascendant is, by any chance?
I do not know what that is. Would it be in the chart that you made for me? It would, right?
Did I put an astrology chart in your
I think you
numbers?
did. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Then that would be
Let's
yes.
see what we got here. Kill juice. I got the recipe for kill juice. Here we go.
That stuff is amazing. I still drink that
I
every
haven't
morning.
made any yet. I got to get some grapefruit.
I drink it every morning.
I got to make it. Hold on. I'm opening up the this thing here. Let's see if I could share.
Yeah, I usually put that on the very last page if it's in there.
Yeah. I think you did give it to me. Window Wizard of Oz. Here we go.
Jelly, you drinking that juice, huh? Some good stuff, isn't it?
Love that juice. Yeah, Julie says she loves the juice. The wizard juice. So let's see here. You said it's on the back page, right? Yep, there it is. Whoop.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So go over there. Where that horizon line that splits it, right? I can't really read it. It's the center line, the center dark line, black line. You see the two dark lines. All right. So your ascendant Shit. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my magnifying.
I don't even see what it looks like on screen here.
Okay. Yeah, so your ascendant is in Libra. So you're going to be all like thinky.
Well, so that's interesting that you say that, because I mean, my October 23rd is the Libra Scorpio cusp.
You're just, yeah, I mean, it's like right there. So you kind of have that double dose of that spot in the stellar arrangement.
All thinky. I'm all thinky.
Yeah, you are. Well, you get thinky about your emotions. You have lots of emotions that you think about a lot.
I guess I do. Listen, it's just weird, man. I feel, honestly,
I'm not busting on you in any way.
No, I know. Listen, and I've told you this. I feel at this point in my life, I'm 50. How old the hell am I? 56.
Yes,
50 something, and I feel happier and more sure of who I am than I ever have been. I never even thought I could be.
Yeah, but that's because when you're really on the path, no matter which path you're taking, if your intent is to be getting better, to be evolving, the only way to do that is to dig in and start shedding, stripping away the crap that got piled on, that we were born with, that lessons that we chose to use for our involvement this time around. So the older you get, man, that's like, if you're actually paying attention and learning and applying what you're learning and not just ignoring that and continue to do the same stupid shit, then things get smoother. The things you care about get more narrow and more dear, and the things you're concerned about and worry about and get angry about, man, it's like, I don't sweat any of that stuff anymore. It's like,
yeah, like I said, I feel that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? It's like I followed all the instructions. I built the thing. It looks beautiful, but it wobbles a little bit.
But that's the payoff for that's the payoff for the work, man. Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah, listen, I feel good. I feel great, man. Listen, I feel great. Do I wish I could go to freaking Hawaii? Absolutely, man. I wish I could, but you know what? I'm grateful for what I got. There's no doubt. You know what I mean?
Are you happy right this moment?
I'm totally happy right this moment. Talking to you, sitting here, doing this. Absolutely.
You're a rich man, too.
I am a rich man. I love this.
Hawaii.
This is great.
That's just something you hold in front of yourself that you can't have this moment that makes you go, oh, shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, and I've been there. You know what I mean? That's how I know I want to go back.
You have everything you need for your joy right this second. Right exactly where you are.
I believe that, dude. I believe it. I totally believe it. So maybe let's kill our old belief system, and
that's exactly what has happened for me.
And take a look at this card here, and talk about how it's killing our old belief systems.
Well, scroll down to the bottom if you would.
Okay. Yeah.
See, there's this a pointy hat little kind of guy down there, man. I kind of see that. This is the 3 levels of Scorpio for me, and that's the base level of it, and that chunk in the center, where the little diamond is, that energy is sort of flowing up past that base area and that lower realm and into that area where now you're looking at that center, and that especially that diamond, it looks like that little guy at the top's looking at that, and there's a swirl going around that,
right.
And it's kind of that area where you're looking, and I also sort of see that representation of your soul and your inner light and your actual essence.
I see that. Yeah, I see actually very literally a hood here, here's the front of the hood, over these 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, and
absolutely,
that's the Reaper, the Grim Reaper, there with his cloak and everything.
Absolutely.
But now you had me look down here, and I see this almost looks like an X-ray, bones,
Yes.
And like what is it? The Grateful Dead, the Oxen Moxen.
Yes.
Like it reminds me of that. Really, really, this amazing image, amazing card, man. This is
And then at the top, those two the white chunks that are reaching up, that look like they're reaching up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's the reach for enlightenment and for
yeah,
raising up beyond the base.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
Wow, and that can also almost be seen as the two positions where the arms are down and then the arms
exactly,
raised and
exactly,
outstretched. So
exactly,
beautiful. Holy
exactly.
moly. How do you
Exactly.
do it, my friend? How do you do it?
Acting. They do it with acting. Genius.
Excellent.
Oh
Amazing.
man, I'm showing my age doing like
Yeah.
way old Saturday Night Live routines.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's such a great card, man, and so perfect. I think again, like when we first talked, and I said, "Oh yeah, I want to make a tarot deck," and you said, "Oh, I did," and you showed me what you did. I didn't even, as we're learning it and going through this, we're on episode 13 now. Each card has come even more to life, and the amount of energy and intention that you put into selecting each image for what it represents is just like blowing my mind, like really amazing.
It's fun to go through them
Yeah,
again and kind of relive that experience of growing those. That
yeah,
for me was like talk about a transformative experience, man.
yeah.
It changed me in so many ways.
Wow.
And we're getting ready to come up on the winter solstice, which is the day this deck and my angel deck began.
Yeah,
And
nice.
pretty
For
cool. We're
people
gonna.
for people who are watching the archive or don't really know, anyone who's just tuning in, this is the deck that we've been using. It's the Wizard of Odd tarot deck, Brian's 10th anniversary edition. I see they're almost gone, huh? You're like trying to clear them
Yeah,
out. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice. So if you want to get one of these, contact Brian because there are almost
Yeah,
no more left.
wizardofodd.com, wizard with a Y.
I could put that up at the bottom
Yeah.
there. So let's talk about
Well, I
um
want to talk about the number 13 for a second.
okay, let's talk about the number 13.
The number 13 is like associated with death, and like everybody has this kind of like, woo, that's a bad luck number. And, Friday the 13th, I don't know if you know the story on how Friday the 13th actually got to be Friday the 13th,
I
but
don't tell us, but
okay, so the Knights
if you didn't
Templar,
notice,
man, were the bankers of their time, right? So they were rich beyond just words. And the King of France like borrowed a ton of money from the Templars.
okay.
So instead of paying the Templars back, he decided to outlaw them. And on Friday the 13th, he took their leader, Jacques de Monnet, and burned him at the stake for being a heretic. Ow! Damn it, man!
Demonet.
Friday the 13th
Wow.
from that moment on became like the bad luck day. Jilly says it's been good for me. Yeah, it's always been a really great day for me. As a matter of fact, that day is the day I have more people in my life that's the actual birthday of than you can possibly imagine.
Wow, that's great.
My
It's my dad's
mom,
birthday.
my dad's sister, I've got 3 friends, my friend Jess, my friend Joe, all these people, like my friend Pete, like, and Pete played this whole like role where he was like the first production company I went to work for out of ad agency. So he played this kind of like, propel you out, parental sort of like symbology again. And then, it's just been kind of really, really, really crazy. Jess is my family. I've watched her grow up and become this beast of an attorney, man. She's really super proud of her.
That's
and
awesome.
My friend Joe. It's like, and Jilly's mom, 13th. It's like, I've got probably 13 people.
Probably 13, right?
Literally in my that are important, that are not just like random, shoot, but like important people in my existence that are born on that day. Pretty crazy. Libra.
Right.
10, 13, 23. Wow, there you go, Mr. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I wanted to talk about one more thing about just death in general. And,
Okay.
and I don't know if anybody out there has participated in a really good ayahuasca ceremony, or if you've heard of this at all. But ayahuasca is a medicinal plant that the shamans in South America, and it's all over the world now, but it's referred to as the Little Death, and this plant is mixed. It's mixed with a plant called chakruma, which is the psychoactive aspect of that, and ayahuasca, which is the mix of that takes you kind of
brings
to
it
that
out.
space.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, it's the chakruma that actually
Brings out
releases,
the
yeah,
ayahuasca.
and you start producing the dopamine and all of the other chemicals in your brain to
Wow.
go to those states, and that is one of the most intense experiences that you can ever have. You know, it's like if you've ever done DMT. DMT is like it's like the window into that. It's like you're looking from there in DMT, and DMT will give you that kind of scenario. If you've ever seen um, Alex Gray's stuff, that
Yeah,
crazy
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
All of
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff was produced like right after his ayahuasca journeys, and a
Gotcha,
lot of that
gotcha.
stuff was also produced with his DMT scenarios. You know, and DMT will
Right.
light up the thing where you can see the grid, you can see all kinds of like structures that are happening out there that are normally invisible to your naked eye, and it really
Right.
wakes up that vision. And a lot of people use that to kick off their clairvoyance
Mhm.
and move in that direction, because it's like once you see it, even if you're not in that space in your regular zone, you know that place exists,
Right.
and you know that was a chemical that was produced in your brain that let
Right.
you go there, and you
Right.
can do that yourself as well. And
It's very intriguing. Yeah, it's very intriguing.
ayahuasca, people use that for lots of things. It really can help you deal with addictions, lots of things that like show up in your world. Like when you do that trip, you're no longer here at all. You're in another place. You're meeting entities. You're meeting your demons.
Right, right,
And
right.
the thing that people find so useful in that is that the things that you address on that level and deal with on that level are no longer an issue in this life, and no longer an issue once you go on to
Right, right. It's a
other journeys as well. They
realm.
just
Yeah,
get dealt with in a really
yeah.
amazing way, and
Yeah.
super cool way
Wow.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Celestial's out there. What's up, Celestial? I agree with Jilly. 13 has been a good luck number. What's up, Celestial? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I don't know if you still want to talk about death, but I have something interesting to talk about,
Go ahead.
and it's totally related to death, and that is this right here, which is a tombstone that our friend Jilly saw. I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. I might need to hold on a second. I think I need to do this. It says Rosabelle.
Wow, there's your birthday.
Yeah, wife of W.M. William F. Lecluse, born October 23rd, 1853, died April 10th, 1887. So I don't know if she's just instigating
Yeah,
you.
keep talking. Keep talking. I've got pen out. Keep talking.
He's already writing it
I'm
down.
already going, man.
He's already writing
hang on,
it down.
hang on.
Celestial's out there going, "Hey, hi, how are y'all?" So Celestial, you
Is that 1850 or 18? No, that's 1853, isn't it?
1853? Yep, 1853. Look what you did, Jilly. You got the wizard cooking, and that's awesome right now. He's cooking on this. So Jilly went to a cemetery. She saw this tombstone, and she just happened to notice. She knows my birthday. She just happened to
Okay, well, all right. So you add up that I haven't done the name yet. I just did the birthday, 10/23. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not like saying something stupid. 10 and 23 is 33. 1 and 8 is 9. plus 8 is 17, which is the 17 spells God. Matter of fact, that's made the list. It's God, dog, star, and woo! So your life lesson number is 55 over 1, correct? Yes.
I don't know what it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, 55 over 1. So, as I add up this birthday, this adds up to, let's see, here we go, hold on. 50 over 5, which
okay,
it's 55 with a 0 in between, which is like a heavenly sort of zone, like anytime there's a 0 behind a whole number, it's like that's an extra supercharger on whatever that number is about. So 5 is about material aspects. It's also about the 5 elements. Yeah, we'll have to see where this goes for sure.
So, all right, awesome.
Let's see. Let me hang on before we get off that. Let me do 410. Is that right? 410.
Yeah, April 10th, 1887.
87.
So for all the numerologists out there,
24. 1887 adds up to 24, which is what Brian adds up to. And 4 and 10 add up to 14, which is what my youth square was, and what all 4 of my parents' numbers contain.
Wow. You can see
and those added together is 30 fucking 8. No way! Which is also your soul number, bitch.
Wow. That's crazy.
Okay, man.
All right.
Wow. So Jilly, you evil woman. Thank you so much.
So this Rosabelle is significant to the puzzle. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even started. Ending. I haven't even. You got to send me that image. Jilly, send me that. What are you sending that to Zen for? You're not sending that to the wall, man. No.
She says, she's laughing. She says, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, not sorry.
I remember that.
That's so
well, that's super cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, dude. And like I said, I feel the energy that's all coming from it for sure. The energy that you've been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. We were talking earlier about, all of the stuff that's going out. Jilly says you love surprises.
I love surprises. Yes, thank you very much. Matter of fact, Jilly sent me a little pack of little gels, right? And man, I slammed those in my fiber optics brush, and got some.
Those were the new colors.
Really great colors. Yeah.
Oh, that's Jilly. You are Jilly.
She's
so much love to Jilly.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
Send out some love to Jilly. Awesome.
So, I've been debating about this thing. I kind of came with the hangman and suspension of forward movement. Everything just kind of went. And we sort of came to a halt, and I just let it rest. Thanksgiving was here. Everything just kind of like, So I got back into it yesterday, and I was digging in this today, and this FCP, I am real thing here. That could be the answer in and of itself. The fact that came out of this. Like actual words, it's not anything you had to like twist at all. Oh, if this letter was no, it says I am real, and then it gives these initials, which I keep thinking are a specific person, and as I got twisting it around, I realized that if I flip that around and that was PCF. Mm-hmm. That now my mom's name was Carol Francis.
Yeah, you were saying that last week,
right?
Yeah.
So if that's then parent Carol Francis is,
PCF.
I am real parent Carol Francis. Okay, maybe that's done. Intellectually, I accept that. I'm like, wow, that's super cool, and it's not like I'm even writing that off. Like that alone is like amazing, but at the same time, it just feels like It's not
So
done yet. It's not done
yeah,
yet.
what would your mom? You feel like your mom is the one who's talking here,
I
or
feel like, see, every other time this has ever happened for me, it's been um, about a really specific thing with
okay.
just a couple of venues of people,
Mhm.
and really only how those people are specifically affecting me. It wasn't really like I was just kind of like the pivot point
Right.
for all of these things going out. I feel like I'm the center spoke of a wheel, and there's all of these things that are connected, yet I don't know how they're connected yet, because they are
Interesting.
connected in really weird ways, like the number 41, like Leah and her daughter.
Hmm.
They aren't connected to any of you guys. They don't know any of you guys. They know me through the goddess thing and that area there. But yet those numbers are connected, like to Jilly's numbers, to my parents' numbers, to my numbers, and
Right.
across the board, so they're in some, and I have no idea what that is yet. But that's the nature of the joy of this for me. I mean, it's like this most amazing puzzle
Well,
ever,
so
you
I got
know?
something interesting to talk to you about then, and this may have something to do with it, and I think Jillian might know exactly
What up, Tammy?
I'm about to talk to you with. Oh, Tammy's out there. Nice. What's up, Tammy? Nice to see you. So Jilly, on the live stream of consciousness, we were talking about some stuff, and I was talking about your um the app that we want to make, and
Yeah, that would be really
your
cool.
thing. So I'm going to add to the stream this diagram. So this was a diagram that you had sent me, and that's your deck there, and you and I have to sit there, and you have to explain to me how this works and how everything's connected and how this would work as a gear, as a mechanism, as how this all interrelates. But
Yeah.
interestingly enough, as we were talking about this, Jilly had sent me something that she had created. Jilly does these quilting things,
Yes.
and this is what Jilly created.
Yeah, there you go.
So Jilly and I thought that was pretty incredible and probably somewhat of a sign or something that's connecting all of us. So this is Brian's chart that we're looking at right here,
Well,
and
this combines an astrology chart, a numerology chart, and your tarot things. Like that center circle in the middle is
mhm,
like the chart that's at the end of your numerology chart that we were looking at a little while ago.
I
Like
got
there's the
you.
ascendant, there's the blue lines, the ascendant, and the yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
that's all the houses. So what would happen, everything's just kind of that base level right now. So you would type in your name and your birthday, and all those little gears would start changing and bring up your numbers, your astrological chart, and
Amazing.
the tarot associations for each of those, and then you could zoom in on each of those areas. And it's also got it broken up into the elements, and it's a pretty
It's amazing, man. Yeah,
it's
it's
a pretty
amazing.
condensed little magical tool, actually, if you
Yeah,
wanted to
Julie said
to
she had
use it.
made that a couple years ago. I know you made this quite a few years ago. Celestial is saying very nice, and Tammy is saying that's awesome. Yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome too, and I love the way you're describing this thing. What's that? I had just seen an article about this mechanism, this ancient Greek mechanism that they had found that was still kind of gears that they were like it was impossible to make that precise at the time. That basically tracked the astronomical
Yeah.
bodies. It's pretty awesome. So that kind of reminds me of that I think that's we got to talk about that, Brian. I think we got to get
Oh,
that under the Wizard of Odd
I am
moniker.
ready. I am absolutely ready whenever
Yeah,
you
that's
are,
something
for
that I
sure.
think that's something that will really bind us
So
together.
listen,
And
I
that's it.
don't want to leave this yet. I'm
Okay, I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm like I don't know whether it's done or not.
Okay,
So I
well,
keep
you said it
thinking
wasn't.
I keep thinking it is not. So what I want to do tonight is take a spelunk into this with the cards and
Okay.
actually kind of like show you how I would
I think your
Inve-
phone died.
investigate that. My phone did not die. It's
Oh,
just I have it sitting up straight so that it doesn't fall down.
oh, I got you. Well, you got to go back into the studio because it's not showing the
Really?
image. Yeah. So for
Okay.
those of you in the studio audience, we have cleverly designed our own system here where Brian is using his phone as a secondary camera so he can put it
Hmm.
over the card so we can show you the card reading, and he just kind of signs into StreamYard with his phone, and that becomes a secondary camera. And we have
Oh shit!
oh, and he just
No,
dropped
we're not using my phone.
his
we'll do it.
phone. We're
We'll
not
do it
using his
without that.
phone.
I'll
We
show.
usually have it. Yeah, we usually have it
Yeah,
working.
I think I just broke it actually.
Oh
Oh
no!
man, no, please.
Did you crack it?
Death. Fucking death.
Death.
Fucking death.
Oh my God!
God
We've
damn it.
experienced death on the phone. I'm sorry, buddy. You dropped your
Wow.
phone again and broke
Son
it.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, we're still spelunking. I will not be deterred. All
Excellent,
right.
Brian. Excellent. Sorry about your phone, buddy.
No worries. Fuck it.
No worries. I love it. It's the Tommy Chong philosophy of life. I love it.
It works.
I never realized how much of an inspiration that guy was to me until I interviewed him, and I was like, "Wow, dude, I was totally inspired by the Tommy Chong character."
You know, he is super brilliant.
He
And he
really
comes
is.
off as just a stoner, but like he's really brilliant.
It was
Guy.
amazing talking to him. Yeah. So
Okay,
all right,
hold
so,
on. Let me get focused here for a second and
okay.
do a quick
We're
poll.
we're
Then we'll
about
talk
to
about it.
spelunk, and we're combining the fool's journey education into the mystery of the tombstone and the chart that we have. And
Where do we exist with the puzzle right now? Where do we exist with the puzzle? Where does the puzzle stand right this moment? Where does the puzzle stand?
taking some deep
right
breaths in through my
Where does
nose,
the puzzle stand right this moment? Stand right this moment.
out through my mouth. Focusing my energy.
Mm. Mm. Wow, it's being very, very secretive. Mm. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Alrighty then. Okay, so first column, first card, Six of Swords. Six of Swords would indicate that it's time to seek for new sustenance. That the place that you've been digging in is no longer providing food, and it's time to look for a new place to go and eat. So that would tell me that I have exhausted the source that I got this from, and that there's another place I need to go from.
Wow.
So the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands means there's going to be a battle. It's not really going to be all that easy to find it. However, I do have the high ground right now, and even though that there are things working and conspiring to try to make this more difficult for me to get, I will succeed. The energy for me to succeed exists. This is the energy area. So these aren't the actual actions that are happening. This is the energy that's surrounding it and the potential for the actions to get produced. Okay? So that's the kind of energy this is tuned to. The Five of Wands, which represents a lot of arguments, difficulties. This is a kind of conflict card. So they're not really going to make this easy. And I've been debating whether I thought this was going to happen in the next couple of cards or not. But where it's coming out to me is that this is going to take some time, and it might ride all the way through the damn end of the major arcana. I don't think it'll go past the major arcana, but I think it's going to milk me all the way to the end. And this damn thing is just going to continue to go piece by piece by piece, card by card by card. That's what that sort of says to me. Okay, then the water column, this is the emotions. And this, so in this column, we've got this need for new information, new sources of information, a difficult task with people that are, or energies that will be resisting that, but that my advantage sort of guarantees success in that. And yet, even in that, there will still be the kind of conflict, right?
Wow, giving me
All right.
chills, man.
So the Ace of Swords is the beginning of finding what I need to go get. Like what's the new piece of information I need? Where's the place I need to go look and look and look and look? And this is that moment. You know, all the aces are the inception, the archetype of whatever element they're about. This is the element of air. So it's the mental blast. And usually this can represent some little blast of inspiration at the beginning of a new plan. So that's a really good card for this. The next card is the Four of Swords. Yeah, shit. I've got to get my grip together on this camera thing. All right, the Four of Swords is about...
You're doing great, man. You're doing great.
And the Four of Swords is about recuperating after a really intense battle. And that's kind of where I feel like I've been over the last few months. Been super good things going on, but my own personal practice, a bunch of other things that are going on, have been mega intense. And if I focused on the technological issues I have, some of the other things that are going on, I could really be in a super nasty funk. But I'm choosing to focus on the amazing things, the amazing new people I've met, the amazing new connections I've met. And as long as I keep my energy in that zone, that's what I keep attracting. And, so I'm just trying to stay there regardless of that shit. Fuck off. You'll not get me. I will recover. I will lay there. I will get better. I will get strong once again. I just watched John Wick again this weekend. I love that movie. Nice. All right, so then the last card in that is the Two of Pentacles, which represents a harmonious balance. You know, some cards that's a juggler, juggling these things, and you see kind of an infinity sign going around those. So it's a really smooth balance of energies and things, a system that's working and running well. Okay, then the last column of the energy column Yes, this is the Eight of Swords. Okay, and that perfectly describes where I've just been, because I couldn't find any newness. Man, I've been looking for the new information. I went out there looking for new information today. I couldn't get it. So I'm like, no, I didn't get it. And one of the major things about this card is, usually when you see this, it's like somebody looking out through a cage of swords, so that the swords look like a jail cell. One of my favorite versions of this, it's like this king looking out on his kingdom from his balcony, but all along the thing of the balcony are all these swords, and he's got this perception that he's trapped, that he can't get out, that he can't find it. But all the dumbass has to do is turn around and look behind him, and there's nothing keeping him. He just walk out of the room. He just has to go in another direction. So this card is saying, you're not stuck. You just need to look in a new direction and figure something else out. And I think I know exactly where that is. Yeah. And that will be rewarded by the Emperor, who will let you in, give you the go-ahead, and make it easy for you to find what you need to do. And the go-ahead to the powers that be for you to have your plan fulfilled. Then, baby. Oh, the lovely priestess, my lover. The holder of the secrets. The holder of the secrets. So this tells me, especially in the immediate future thing, that maybe even tonight, tomorrow, I'll get the little piece of oh, that's where to go, man. Yeah, yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah, so this is, and this is, the priestess is like the ultimate like clairvoyant. Anything that has anything to do with clairvoyance, clairvision, clairaudio, clair anything. she's the like the badass on that, right?
Awesome.
Anything receptive, super
That's
super
awesome.
amazing. Okay, so there are some of those that I don't really like all that much, but
Right.
given the flow of how that works, how those are flowing through there, I don't think I would want to mess with any of it. And looking at how that flow suggests that it will materialize in the real world, I definitely don't want to mess with it. This is the Hierophant in the immediate past position, which talks about the systems of the way things work and ritualized functions like religion, some government things. They're like systems where large stuff works and where groups of people have kind of agreed on functions to make things happen. Then, where I am right now is the Magus card, and that is the Magus card for me. That's the first card I've pulled in every new deck I've created ever. I kid you not. This is the Magus of the body. This is the Magus of the body. So this card is going to represent some actual physical chunk that's going to come to me. I'll get the secret from the priestess. I'll have the Magus giving me the juice to open up whatever that secret is and extract that. And
Nice.
These two cards are two cards. They're like me. It's the male and female parts of a whole. And those, it's the receptive, it's the projective. It's the receptive,
What's the last
it's the
one?
projective. This one? This is the Magus card.
No, the next one.
Oh, this one. This is the star. And the star is Aquarius. So anytime I see this card, that's like talking to me immediately. This card is also wishes fulfilled. This card also says it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be off in the future a little bit. So, okay, we're on the ride for a little while. But we'll get a new piece like really quickly. And probably for next week, we'll have some new goodness to explore. Maybe it's even Jilly's little fucking tombstone, you sneaky little devil.
So I feel like that reading was relevant to me for sure. As you were saying it, I definitely related to a lot of it. And also, I think towards the end there, I think it was relevant towards humanity, right? Towards just the current.
Oh, I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah,
and I never try to make that reading was specifically about this.
Okay.
So if you find connection to something else, cool. But it had no connection for me to that. This is the only thing that had a connection to.
Right. You asked directly and very specifically. Yeah. I just felt like some of the things that you were saying were, I was like, wow, that's kind of relevant.
Well, why don't we do one for you, boo? What do you say?
Sure.
We'll do a little 3-card pull for the Zinster.
Yeah. I love it. Actually, my buddy Matt has a podcast, and he always is. I think we were talking about it. He's like, he doesn't make fun of me, but he's always like giving me a hard time for being so positive, right? And
should tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
He would love that.
Shit.
He would love that. But he said he calls it being zinny. He's like, yeah, you're so zinny. You're being so zinny. And I was like, I'm gonna take that as a compliment, man. That was pretty good. So
do you have something you want to ask about, or you want me just to do a Zen take?
Do I have something you want? I'm not really sure how to. I don't know. I don't like to ask the cards for the answers.
What? Then what's the point? Why the fuck do it? Honestly, if you're afraid to ask for an answer, why ask the cards anything? A valid question, I would say. I mean, the whole point of asking maybe
that's related to our conversation earlier. You know what I mean? About like not letting go. About maybe I just don't want to. Like I feel like okay. So if I like,
if you ask, then you have to be prepared for what the answer is.
Sure,
Ooh.
Sure, absolutely, and that's not. I don't think that. Right now, like I said, I'm in a situation where I need to kind of explore my options. I have a meeting this week that could be significant and give me some opportunity. It doesn't mean I have to leave where I'm at, or it just adds additional opportunity possibilities to what's going on. So my question would probably be, hey, how is that going to go? You know what I mean? Like, is that going to lead to the opportunities that I think it's going to lead to? But is that too specific, or
No,
like you said,
actually,
maybe?
the more specific your question is,
Yeah.
the more specific the information to answer
Right.
that question
Right. Right.
is.
Right.
And like when I'm doing a general reading that usually takes like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right.
It's like you do a big overall kind of scenario, and usually during that time you identify points that you want to investigate further.
I gotcha. Julie said she had done a pull, and she said she pulled two of those cards. She had done her own pull, I think, earlier in the conversation.
All right, so I'm going to ask for words of wisdom from Michael Zinn. Is that good?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, I love it when we get you to laugh like that.
That's funny. By the way, this weekend or on Wednesday, the night before Friendsgiving, I did a speed reading. I'm like the resident. I was the resident tarot reader at the last Goddess Gathering. It was super fun, man. I read for 12 people in a row. It was like speed reading, and it was the most amazing experience ever.
You or Brianna?
Oh, totally, yes.
Wait, totally you or Brianna?
No, well, yes. They are one and the same, my brother.
Absolutely.
Okay, so words of wisdom for Michael Zinn.
Yes.
Energy column. Ace of Swords. So you're looking for the plan, man. You're looking for the plan. The Ace of the Two of Wands. This is two people exerting energy towards a specific goal, most of the time towards a specific person that is not either of them. So then the last card in this column is Death. Oh, so that's why I was laughing. So the energy about this is about transformation and you changing. Everything about this, a new plan, the energy to actually address that and attack that and make that happen, decide and make that happen, and the need for transformation and the elevation to a new level. Okay, then you will be given the megas of the body again. You will be given the ability, and you need to wake your abilities up, Zinn. Stop sitting there talking about it. Do some fucking effects. God damn it, dude. Tired of being nice to you. Tired of being nice.
I knew you were getting mad at me.
God damn it, dude. It's like you got the greatest opportunity in the world. You're just telling it to fuck off. Don't. Okay, because if you don't, you'll have the Three of Cups, which is celebration. This is the celebration at the end of the marriage ceremony, man, where somebody like completed the action and everybody's going, yay, Zinn, all right, you did it back, motherfucker. Wake that up, dude. You will have no idea how good that will make you feel. That would be the greatest gift I could ever give you, man.
Don't make him come up here, Julie says. Celestial is
and there's the Eight of Swords again. So you're in your own way. You're just deciding you can't. You're just deciding that all this knowledge is enough. It isn't. It's not. Stop distracting yourself, buckle down, focus on some shit, and make some stuff happen, man. And stop dancing around waiting for it to all focus. You're the only one that's going to be able to make it focus. Four of Swords. Recover, dude. Get your shit together. Focus. Magus of the mind. You got the power, you got the juice, you got the plan, my brother, the fucking plan. And that's where you are right now, right this very fucking second. Don't give it up. Because if you do, 5 of fucking Pentacles, financial ruin. You got to make a decision and go and give your fucking heart to something, or else you're not going to reap the fucking benefits that should be coming your way, man. You're going to fucking piss them all around because you're running around in circles. Stop, focus, grab it, actualize it, make it part of your energy body, man. Part of your fucking light body. Make that shit real in your vibe, not just in your mind. When you die, talking about death, when you die, nothing that you get here, no money, no stuff, no places, nothing you think about, nothing is just something you knew about is going to stay with you. The only thing that stays with you at the end, when you go to the next one and you come back, is the stuff you actualized into your light body that now is part of the light of your actual being. None of the shit you know you're ever going to know again. And who cares anyway? It's just bullshit you know. Ten of Wands. Oppression. It's the fight. It's the struggle. It's the struggle to let go and trust that you're actual gonna fucking make it. That the universe is gonna take care of you. It's not gonna bail out on you at the last minute. That right at the fucking moment that might seem like it's gonna be at the last minute, just like it happened for me, man. I thought I was dead. Literally. We had this conversation before we started doing it. Before I moved here, I thought I was getting prepared to die. I was over, had a great life, be grateful, get your affairs in order. You are done. Every message I got from the universe and the world was telling me that exact thing. And right at the last minute, pow. Because I changed my mindset about it and said, fuck it, I'm going with everything I have. Bam! Shit started opening up. I got to move here. This amazing little place I'm in. These amazing people I've met. I'm having the time of my life. I'm 65 fucking years old. I feel like I'm just starting to start to live. You can have the same thing, man. It's waiting for you to take. It's right there in front of your face. It's what you've been chasing for all this time, man. Ten of Swords, it's the moment where shit has to die. It's where the swords have fallen. The pain has happened. Everything that's gonna take place, that's gonna hurt, takes place. And now it's like, pull the swords out, go on, and now you have a new life. The transformation happens. You have to die to learn how to live. Hate it, love it, it is what it is, man. The Magus of the Spirit. You got all 3 magician cards. Every fucking magician card. The reading ended with the Magus of the Spirit. The realization of your spirit to the Phoenix. You started off with the body, with the Scorpion. You moved to the higher realm with the Magus of the mind, and you've transformed and transmuted the bullshit you're in to your higher Phoenix. You've recreated yourself to the new you. I've died 6 times in my life. 6, man. Where it's like it just seemed to open. And this last time I thought was real. You know, dude, you have so much help behind you. You have no idea. You are not alone, bro. You are not fucking alone. You have help from people that love you, but you also have so much. You've been doing good work for a long time, man. You've been out putting it out to a lot of people for a long time without any expectation of remuneration or anything else, man. You know? And the universe keeps tabs. It's not always as fast as you'd like, But they know what you're sending out, and
No, I
you've been
don't.
sending that out for a long time, and you continue to try to evolve your energy and keep learning, and that's constantly changing your frequency and
Wow.
changing your, you have all the
Yeah,
help you
yeah. Listen,
need.
thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Celestial.
You
Thank
have
you,
all the
Jill.
help you
Thank you,
need,
guys.
dude.
I really appreciate it. And when
Sorry, I
you
didn't mean to yell at you. I just like,
no, dude, no, don't apologize at all. I mean, listen, I was kind of enjoying it, and it was I was receiving it. I was enjoying it and as entertainment. But when you pull that last Magus card, and right at the same moment as you pulled it, Julie was saying, intensely beautiful, your passion, Wiz, this is very touching. Celestial was saying right at that moment, wow, this is awesome. And suddenly, I got emotional. And I know for me, I've talked to you about that
that's
before.
because that
Like,
was real, dude. That was a
yeah,
real
yeah,
message
emotion,
for you.
emotion is when you're touching your soul, and that was a message for sure. The three different mages was one in each. There was.
There was one in the emotional column. There was one in the air column, and the last one was in the earth column, which is the manifestation. The
Right.
other three columns, the fire, the water, and the air, that's a flow of energy. Those are unmanifested potentials at that point. It's like the energy that's the potential for it. The water is the emotional desire to take that energy and do this with it. The air are the plans to take that desire. Now, how do I make that happen? Here are the plans. And then the last column is the earth. That's how the energy flow is likely to manifest in the
Right.
real world.
Right.
So, it's not gonna be easy, but what worthwhile ever is.
No, I listen. I hear you loud and clear, my friend. I really, really do. So, what do you recommend I do? What would you say are the steps? I mean, wow.
I would start to look at what you can cut out and start to focus on some, like, dude, I'm serious. You need to be doing some effects. You have this amazing well of energy. You have stuff already in there from past lives that you just need to wake up. And once you start to like open those up, you'll go, my
So do
God.
you? So I have. I mean, I have some friends who, my good friend Steve Interante. I think you've met Steve. He does past life regressions, and we did a little work together, and he wants to do some more work with me. I mean, is
I
that
think I think you looking for somebody, I think talking has run its fucking course. That you need to stand there in the morning and focus your energy and learn how to move your energy around. Learn how to move the fucking rod. Get to a point where it's not you're looking for something outside someone from outside yourself to distract you so you don't work on the shit you actually need to work on. All of this is a distraction. Him telling you a past life thing is not going to get you any farther than you are right this second. What's going to get you farther is to, whether it's that particular exercise or not, opening that up, actualizing your energy, learning to see your aura, all
right?
those fucking things that make you a magical person, a fully actualized magical person that you are. It takes actually doing it, dude. It's not going to be, you can talk about playing music till the end of time until you pick the guitar up and play some fucking scales. You're not going to make any music.
Well, that now I understand what you're saying. Now that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you know,
You can talk about that. You can interview every band member that's ever happened, every musician that's a genius, every instrument maker that's ever made a cool instrument. But until you pick one up and play it, you're only talking about it.
right. Well, I mean, it's interesting that you're saying that, because I feel like that's a new kind of skill and joy that I've found is talking, is just this right here, like having, the live stream of consciousness was something that came out of nowhere and just stimulated a part of me, that was just magical. I felt, and not even the live stream of consciousness, it was more really, really wow. Wow, wow, wow. So really, and I didn't even realize that we're where we're at. We're way over time, which is
I don't
fine.
give a shit.
No,
Go.
me
We're
neither.
done,
Me
man.
neither.
Come
No,
on,
no,
come
me
on.
neither. Me neither. But the strange and wonderful was something that literally I felt myself expanding as I was doing it. Like I had some conversations with some of the guests there, and my mind was blown at what I was feeling through those conversations, and what I was seeing in myself and what I was seeing in the world around me. You know what I mean? It was
I don't give you any crap for that. I think that was all appropriate. What I'm saying now is that the juncture in the road that you've arrived at, that those things, you already know you already got answers to some shit you need to move into.
Mhm, mhm.
But you really haven't gone that journey yet. And I mean, not that it makes you any less not to.
No, but I
But
mean,
it's
I
like
guess what I'm trying
when
to
you
say.
have, I look at your light and your aura, and I see these potentials sitting there
Sure,
waiting to
sure.
just be woken up.
But
And
what I'm
I know how much joy that brought me, how
right.
much that contributed to my life,
But
man.
what I'm saying, Brian, isn't this a part of that? Isn't the fact that what me and you are doing right here is something that you were talking about, something that I'm giving of myself completely with no expectations, because I love you and because I want the world to see you. So that I felt like I needed to be doing this. Nobody's paying us to do this. We're just doing this out of
Right.
pure love. So isn't this a part of that? I mean, I feel like it is. I do feel
Well,
like,
at some
and I
point
and not
you have to be about Michael Zen and not about any other thing outside you,
okay,
dude.
okay. No, I understand. And what you said about music makes 1,000,000% sense to me, because I know how that feels when I am playing music in a band, and by myself, when I'm actually doing it
It's
where I'm
another,
at. I get it, dude. I get totally what you're saying, and thank you. I really
and I
appreciate that.
want that for you, man. I care very
I
deeply
appreciate
for
that.
you, man. You become my family in like a really profound way, and
No, I know that, and vice versa, and again, everybody out there who's watching this conversation has also become a part of the family, and I just thought it was interesting because I started talking and thinking about the strange and wonderful and what that experience was for me and what it meant to me, just to even not only have the conversations and what it meant for me, but to also give the platform to the people that I was giving the platform to, which I understand you're saying, forget about those people that you're giving shit to. Like,
don't
do
forget about them,
no,
but take
but I
care
understand.
of you.
Right, which I think I was doing, but I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to get back to me right now, because this makes me so freaking happy, and I think it's so relevant. And let's just sit back for a minute and enjoy this.
Can we've already gone ridiculously over.
Okay.
Can we play the song? This is unusual. This is just a kick. This has nothing to do with anything except fun.
That's exactly where I was going. That's exactly the next button I was going to press.
That make you unusual. I like the things that make you unique. I like the things that make you so different and outside of popular belief. Popular belief. I like the things that make you unusual. I like the things that make you unique. I like the things that make you so different and outside of popular belief.
I said you're unusual, so unique and wonderful. I said you're unusual, so freaky and divine.
Popular belief. Unusual, unusual. freak. Be a freak. No matter who you are, be a freak. A one of a kind. Be a star. You're mine, all mine. You're unusual. Yeah. Unusual.
This makes me so happy.
I like the things that make you unusual. I like the things that make you unique. I like the things that make you so gentle. I like the things that make you unusual.
If you're enjoying this, type a 1 in the comment box right
Be a freak. Be a star. Be a freak. No matter who you are, be a freak. Be a star, one of a kind. Be a freak. Be a freak. No matter who you are.
This is amazing. Alright, where's all my 1s? I want to see my 1s. Type a 1 in the comment box if you like this.
I said you're unusual, so unique and wonderful. I said you're unusual, lucky and fine. I said you're unusual, so unique and wonderful. I said you're unusual, so pretty and fine.
One of a kind. You're unusual.
I said you're unusual.
I like the things that make you unusual. I like the things that make you unique. Unique, 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 unique. I like the things that make you so different. I like the things that make you so different and outside of popular belief. Outside popular belief. Popular belief. Popular belief. You're unusual. Be a star, 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 star. Be a freak. Be a star. Be a freak. Be a star.
Yeah, man, that's the way to end the night.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dude,
excellent.
that was amazing, and I love the energy that your music. The only one that didn't was the last one we played. It was a little. It didn't have the same energy as the other ones,
Yeah,
but
what
the
was that
energy
one?
and
Oh, that
it's
was
just
the. Oh, well, that was the Hanged Man. That was
yeah,
sad as shit.
yeah, that was a little crazy. But listen, you guys out there who are listening to the show, and
Thanks for
watching the show,
hanging, man.
you're amazing for watching,
Yeah.
but you all don't like to do what people tell you to do. I said type a 1 in the box if you like it, and nobody typed a 1, but everyone said they liked it.
Hey, listen, it was really fun,
that
and
was amazing. Yeah,
and Zin, let's connect. We have a lot to talk about.
yeah. We'll talk soon. All right.
I love you guys, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we love
thanks
you
for
guys
hanging
being
in.
here. Totally.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging in with us.
See you
even though
next
we
week
went
for
a little bit
art.
long. And what do we see? What are we talking about next week?
Art, the art card. That's the Angel of Alchemy. Oh, that'll be a good one.
Awesome. We will see you guys next week for the art card. I see we got a couple of people out there. That was fun. Julie B giving us a heart. Nice. Celestial Infinity. Good to see you guys. Again, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week. Mwah.
Bye.